Okay, so I really just want to touch upon a series that I'm going to be doing is reasons why and or why not I do play certain games. Most of them will continue to be Call of Duty generated and or at least first person shooter generated. Um, but really, I'm just going to touch quickly upon something that I've wanted to cover for a while. And I've kind of given it some thought, then forgot about it, thought again, forgot about it, that type of thing. But it's the specialist rig, whatever you want to call it, uh, loadouts in Infinite Warfare. Now, we know from Black Ops 3 that we had the specialists, obviously. Everybody was kind of on the fence about that. They weren't sure. It was either divided. They weren't sure if they were going to like that, especially with it being futuristic. If they would like it to where it would be not too overpowered, but still kind of fun. Or the other side would be they completely love it, best thing ever, regardless of it being futuristic or boots on the ground. But with Infinite Warfare, when we first realized that they were coming out with this heaping pile of robotic fuck, at least to me, I soon realized that they had shit like this well before they even announced anything. I knew in the back of my mind from playing Black Ops 3 as much as I did and still do, they were going to do this. Now, for the most part, most of them are, I would say, carbon copies in some way or another. Maybe not even really with how they look specifically, but their attributes. Like, for example, Warfighter, there's combat focus and overdrive. That's the overdrive and combat focus from Black Ops 3. Now, given I'm not saying that, I mean, they're all under Activision, obviously. So I'm not saying that they're not lazy with it, but I mean, at least slap a different title on there or some shit. The claw is one of the most overpowered fucking things in this game. I don't understand. It looks like just a bunch of solar plates in a direction to fuck you with. Overdrive's pretty fucking useless. Combat focus, I mean, that's self-explanatory. It just gives you double streak points. Let's see. Merc is really the only one I use. I mean, reactive armor, it's kinetic armor. Steel Dragon, I would say it's almost as overpowered as the Warfighter rig, but it's got a little charge up, so it's not as bad. The Bull Charge is probably one of the stupidest fucking things in this game. You just have one direction to go with it. At least the times that I've used it, it's hard for me to. If I want to go left, I can't go left. If I want to go right, I can't go right. If I want to turn around, it just disappears. And it has the timer of fucking what 10 seconds, so that's pretty useless. But the reactive armor is good. Synaptic with this, I don't know. I'm kind of like on the fence about this because the equalizer, the two mechanical erasers for arms, they're good. I wouldn't say they're overpowered unless like you're playing hardcore, but I mean really everything in hardcore is overpowered if you have that kind of mindset. Rewind is cheap and fucking stupid. I know it's basic. It is not basically. It is glitch from Black Ops 3. It's just you're not actually phasing out. I don't know if there's actually like a time pause kind of thing that you can see on the map when somebody initiates the rewind glitch. Um, I don't think I've ever seen it in this game. Obviously, in Black Ops 3, if you initiate glitch, it kind of has like that blue and white type of thing, and you go, I think, forward it is, or backwards to where you were. Uh, Reaper turns you into some fucking dog. I think that's what everybody jokes about it with, I assume. I don't use it because I think it's fucking retarded, but like I said, that's just me. So, I mean, so far, three out of the six, they're not bad, but some of them, it's either a carbon copy, which is really kind of fucking sloppy and slow, or they're overpowered or useless. FTL, I don't use him a lot. I assume it's a him. He's got tubes and shit coming out of him. The Eraser is overpowered, personally, in my opinion, because you could just it just turns him into a cloud of mist, like it even fucking says, which I think is ridiculous. FTL jump. This was probably the one of the most concerning ones because even when I wasn't playing this game, I would constantly see videos all across YouTube of people using this to exploit the game. I think it was like around when it first came out. You know, they would get outside of the map, especially on that one, whatever that one map is where you're close to the sun and it's that floating crater of shit. You could get up to like the very top and shoot from above, you know, in and around where people were running through. Phase shift, to me, this is basically like glitch. At least that's how I view it. I was kind of confused on why the fuck they have it twice in this game. Yeah, there's different attributes like rewind, you completely go back, but with this one, it displaces you in another dimension. But if you really think about it, if you're displacing yourself, that's what you're doing with rewind. You're just rewinding yourself and displacing yourself backwards in time, which this is just another dimension. They're just rewording it. So that loadout's pretty fucking stupid. I was gonna cover the traits, but I mean those are a whole different thing. Most of those are pretty fucking useless too. Um, Striker. I mean, I know this is more of like your brute force type of grunt guy, but I mean, let's be honest. What the fuck is a gravity vortex gun? You're telling me you can To me, it's shooting at a fucking black hole. That's what it is. I mean, it's even going hand in hand with the equipment, the black hole disc toss or whatever the fuck it is. That is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. I don't know who at this fucking company made that up, but I would suggest maybe sending them down to the mailroom or something. Micro turret, I actually think is good, but still sometimes bad because I know it was overpowered. I think like maybe first DLC run, a lot of people were using the shit out of this. But I mean, it's really easy to dismantle, so I think that's what they did. I think before it may have been like 2 or 3 hits. Now you just hit it once and like shoot with 5 bullets. It's done. This is just a garbage can, so we're not gonna waste time on that. That's all that is. That's just a fucking garbage can. Okay, so we'll go and now Phantom. Really rig wise, out of all the six, I think this is probably one of the more fun ones. I mean, I don't use him as much, but I do like sniping in most of these games. In this game, I guess it's okay. Um, the Ballista EM3 that they give you is one of the most overpowered fucking things that a specialist could get, in my opinion. At least with cloaking and awareness things type of being involved. Just because if you get hit by this, you're fucked. You can't. You can try and jump, but the second it hits you, you're done. To me, it's very easy to hit collaterals with this thing because it goes right through them. So there's really no chance for somebody to be warned if you're behind them. You're kind of fucked. Pulsar, I don't, I don't think this is too useful. At least I've used it a couple times because I've tried out all the rigs. But I mean, it's an advanced EM sensor allows you to visualize enemy positions. To me, I mean that's I'm trying to think of what perk that would be, but it's really not useful. I mean, because a lot of people that I've seen are moving towards hardcore, or they'll play a game mode that maybe they're not even really paying attention to their radar because they're just focusing on what's in front of them. I rarely don't even look at the radar on this game anymore. If I'm playing core, I usually just play hardcore. But I don't know. To me, it's just enlarging the fucking map, which I mean I feel like should already be in there, but hey, whatever. And then there's active camo. I mean, like I said, carbon copy being lazy. It's the Spectre's fucking secondary loadout from Black Ops 3. So I mean that's really the six rigs. I was honestly surprised that they didn't come out with like a seventh, kind of like how they did with. Actually, I think there's more than seven in Black Ops 3, but how they came out with Blackjack from Black Ops 3. I I really am kind of confused on why they didn't do that. I feel like people would have been like I said on the fence about most of this, like most of the stuff in the game. They either would have really liked it and hoped it had been in here, or would have either just not cared, or if it wasn't here, been pissed just because people would overuse the shit out of it. Yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the kind of rant rundown through of all these mostly shitty fucking rigs. I might cover the traits in a future video. If not, for those of you who do still play this very, very sad excuse of a robotic shit game, I mean, you know what they are.